45 minutes left in the trading session. Welcome back to the close. Let's have a look at how things are shaping up as we head into the final 45 minutes of the day. Nice gains to start the week, broad-based gains at that. Banks still leading, the industrial group in positive territory nicely. 1.43 right now for the S&P, about 1.75 for the Dow, the NASDAQ 0.6 at this point. Full percent here in Canada as well. We're doing nicely for the TSX. So lots of individual names to get through, guys, in the next 45 minutes. Let's get into it.
I'm going to immediately answer a question here. Weekday Tan, I believe is the name. I wish I was still long Wish. Obviously, it's gone to $14 once. It bounced all the way back into VWAP here at 13 bucks and is now 30 pennies away from that high of the day. So Wish continues to make some strong moves to the upside. I do have this, I just got into that torch actually, and some chatter. You guys were talking about this one in the chat, and it was trying to break this 10 area. I was watching it just like all of you. Had that big move in the morning, and then I was consolidating here up around 10. It's broken like 3 or 4 times. The last pullback I held 975 actually, this one here holding 950. So hopefully that's a good sign. I'm only giving it to that 3/4 mark. Sean and I are going to be trading like crazy, like we usually do going into the close, but have to be flat by end of the day. So some of these might be quick in and out trades. I think this torch will qualify as that if it pops that 75 level. But it should be a wild one. AMC still on the move. I'm not in it, but I got to find that Wish. If it gets to 14, that's worth a break.
Yeah, we had, I was just looking at this TRCH as well. Thank you guys for joining us back here on the fastest 45 minutes on YouTube. Yeah, we're going to be trading, I don't know about like madman, but we're going to be trading here when we see some opportunities, and hopefully they're plentiful into the close. Yeah, I did pick up some torch down here, right at sort of these same levels when we were just breaking through 9. I was going to use 9, maybe 875 as a bottom. We were able to take it all the way upside, 90-cent win, and now we're holding on. You see the price we have there, 913. And we just took this like at 130. So that was a good trade to the upside. We'll wait to see. I didn't actually realize that we double topped at 10 there a couple times. So we'll have to watch out to see if that wants to continue. That's going to be a good trade for us. And then I don't know. I mean, I thought that we'd go short on AMC here and we'd see a little bit of a move down. And I don't want to upset anybody. So we'll cover that. No, just joking. We won't cover it for that reason. But we'll cover it because, look, it's not going down. So, I mean, if you're short on a name and it doesn't want to go down, then you got to get out of it. So we'll just take a little bit out here, taking out more right now at 85. There's an 81 fill right there. Soon, I think. No, we're bidding 79s, so we'll get that on the downside, and we're short right now at 56. So there it goes. There's the 79. All we did was just thinking that this could retrace back into this area, 54.50. It would have been a nice win if the case, but so far today, man, we've just been chasing the dream on AMC. Just buy, get stopped out, make a nice little trade there, then back and forth here, nothing, and now we revert to the short. So I don't know. I still like the long, but it needs to break above. What is this, 57-ish. So we won't be touching long until 57-ish, but we'll be watching what Brendan has to say until then. What's up, bud?
All right, a few people talking about this one already, but big mover throughout the afternoon here, guys. GBR on the NYSE ARC exchange. Nice technical breakout on the daily chart. This is an energy stock. It's actually an energy stock. We saw how incredibly green the energy group is today. This thing went from 7 to 875, just pulling back into 8.5, 840 area right now, but 55% for GBR, guys.
And there are some levels up here. Last time it spiked 9. You have a $9 high. You have a 1030 spike here as well. So there's a couple of levels as this gets or gravitates back into the upside. It just turned off at 880. Now, if that had been like a little closer to 9 even, I'd say probably all systems go. It's not the only mover. There is, and I'm going to go over to this FIGS just for a quick little second here because there was a nice trade, and I think there's going to be hopefully another one here. Off of the top, this stock has only been just crushing it all morning, recent IPO. I had this one near the high, but I want to talk about this barcoding that's going on. And I threw it in the chat almost immediately when I came back on here. 40.75, look at this floor. If this breaks, all this barcoding, I want that short at 40.75 if it goes. You got to trade what moves. So if it sits inside of this range, I want no part of it. If it breaks out of this range to the downside, I want that short. But as far as that GBR goes, watch out. If 9 goes, you're looking at 1030 to the upside as the next significant level on the daily chart. So if this pullback maybe dips and holds 8 even, and then we take out the top at 9, it's probably worth maybe one last break. Otherwise, that's a pretty parabolic move up that turned pretty close to a significant level. I'm going to be sitting it out because I missed that trade. If I had 860s or 875s, I'd certainly be taking some profit where we are right now.
All right, so I just covered that AMC, some sort of a stock called AMC. We are going to get back in it, though, if I can. Well, we are back in it right now. We did cover it thinking that it was going to... Come on, AMC. We did cover it thinking it was going to get back in. We didn't cover it for a loser. We covered it at 90s. So we took 10 cents on the last piece, and then we went back to the short. So now we're short again, 55.85. And then, I mean, I'm just going to, scalp this. There's another win right there. So if you see on AMC, in again. So there's the out right there, 97 off that short. Now we're starting to make moves down. Once I realized, give me 55s, bang! Once I realized that, these are opposite diamond hands. Get that off, get that off. That's not diamond hands, going the other way there. Bitcoin today. But we're going to watch this as it goes to the downside there. We do realize that we can't get out of a 56 short until it breaks 56. So even though I was nervous about it, we re-engaged in that short there. So now let's see if we can get some downward pressure. I do want to reload this thing for the long. I mean, we talked about it over and over again today. 58 holding, that wasn't happening. But down here, 53, 54 is held before on AMC. So we'll wait to see if that is the case one more time. But we could be in for a little tank city here, especially off that rejection there. We tried to get back through 56. So right now we have another 40-cent win on board, and we'll just keep scalping this one out, guys.
And watch it. Here goes Wish towards that 14. It's having some trouble. It just got up to like 87, which coincidentally enough, that's the same lower high that it put in back at like 1250 or so. So if it does turn around here, I mean, there is room back into that downside. I'm inclined to sort of, and I'm going to cancel that stop order. I still like the break and I'll take it, but it does feel like there is a setup here to take a shot at Wish short in front of 14 first before looking at that reversal. I think we can scalp that trade maybe a couple of times. So I mean, there's a bit of a battle being waged here at 75, not 25, at 13.75. So I'll go ahead and dip my feet into the water. Hopefully it's not too cold here. We'll get that reversal if 14 breaks. 13.96 is actually the current high a day. Of course, if you watch this trade, you know I'm going to use that 14 even. Likely to be some liquidity there at that particular price. If it pops into that 87, maybe get one more time in front of like an 85 or so. But Wish, I'm willing to trade this in either direction, so might as well dip into this one right now and then look for that 14 break. If it doesn't come, it doesn't come. And this torch, the breakout at 10 just can't seem to get going. It hasn't broken 975 to the downside, so we're not stopped out or anything, but it needs to you-know-what or get off of the pot.
Oh, you're sure? Okay, so 975 is going to be your out. I was just wondering because I'm long downside as well.
No, I'm long torch up here like an idiot.
Oh, you're long torch up here. Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm looking at that break as well. That's what I was sort of thinking there, this 10-10 break, but I get that that's sort of where you're long. Yeah, I mean, a break to the downside there. You have view up at 935. I don't know. I'm going to hold on to it. We're relatively light on this name now. It's not a heavy position. But look what's just happened to AMC, guys. I hate to do it to you, but there it is, man. There's another 70-cent win for us on AMC. Just we ticked it down here. Short again. Tick, 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 boom. So a nice little takedown here on AMC. We'll wait to see where it goes from there. But now we can't even lose, even if it comes back to 56. So that's what we're doing, guys. Remember what we are here, and we're day traders. So we're getting in and out. We're on a prop floor. We got to get in and out before the close. So that's why I'm targeting places down here to get out, man. If we could break even lower now, even $1 lower than this might be a good spot. But 55 even is another spot that we may look to go short in again, just to play the momentum. The momentum obviously to the downside here in the afternoon. Brendo!
This Moxie, guys, just trying to bounce here, 15.5. Ended up being the spot. It kind of broke out the last time there when we ran up to 17. So interesting spot here for Moxian doing all kinds of volume this afternoon as well. 15.5, pretty big pivot, and then 14.5 down there, guys.
Ooh, giddy up, Moxian. I totally forgot about this one. Can't be doing that, guys. And Brendan, of course, giving you the goods. Here it is, like on time, like smash the like. Mostly because you're getting the live news when it comes to you. But Moxian also had this level on the daily chart, guys. Like right here, it was about like 1675. So it smashed through, and I kind of ignored it. But that's close to a fail break. The next obvious level up is 17. You get a fail break at that price. It's level on the daily. So bingo, bango, bongo. You know what happens next. I actually kind of like the notion of it consolidating here and giving you a bit of a breakdown at 15. So you can always put that one on. This is the thing about Torch. I sort of said I'm long up here like an idiot, but look at it consolidating, right? Like what I could have done and I should have done is like you put that stop instead of like taking it while the battle was being waged at 10. You could just wait for 10-10 to go. I think Sean just mentioned there. So that's another way of being involved in this. Then you're not waiting for the move. If it breaks 975, I do like it back down around 9 for like a panic dip buy type of idea. And you can always put that one on. I thought Roblox was going to be a mover in the afternoon after what happened earlier on. We left you guys saying it was that flush to the downside. Roblox held that $80, then gave the 81 breakout. I did catch it. I only got this out on a dip and then got some out at 82.50. So it was a good trade, but it's been doing absolutely nothing since. I really thought there would be some, like maybe a harder sure dip down. You can buy a little bit of that dip and then we get some movement. But it looks like it was a one and done for Roblox. But it was a solid trade off the levels we had in the morning show. Another reason to tune in, guys. Of course, we have some lunchtime opportunities that we'll talk about towards the end of the show. I just didn't think Roblox would have this much trouble moving in the afternoon. So it's just going to be, come on, Torch. Now it's back to $10. I mean, if I was sitting at 9.13, I wouldn't be complaining about it as much as I am, Sean.
Yeah, no. Yeah, okay, good. So, yeah, whatever. We'll wait for that one. AMC, though, that's going to look like that's going to be a good little banger for us here as that continues to go down. We just covered again. We talked about covering some at 55 if and when we get there. So, right now we are getting close and close to that 55 level. So, we may just take that smooth dollar. I may just let it go. We've emptied out the clip here a lot. So, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we only have that 20% left on our position. So, we'll empty it out and see where we go from here. But right now, AMC looks like it wants to return back to the upside, maybe off a little bit of a bounce through 55 there. So that's another name. You're on that torch light there. Ether's not really doing a whole hell of a lot. We could trade, look at that for a little bit, ETHE. But let's get a quick look. We're still bouncing around here. That's why I was hoping that we'd get to 2,000. I've been sort of trading it accordingly, but we didn't get up there at all, man. 1960 right here, and then a nice little bottom for Ethereum, 1920. So if you guys are on GBTC or ETHE, it doesn't seem like too much movement right here.
Yeah, and fire it up for like Smith & Wesson, man. Listen, I'm trying to remember exactly when Brendan brought it up. What I can tell you is you'd be in the money whenever he did on the morning show, because it has been, I don't know the word or superlative to describe this chart. Obviously, it's going to be a fantastic one. Now, let's note it's broken 28 several times and had a little bit of trouble at that top. Of course, my daily wants to fail there, guys. But you look at it on the 15, like it's starting to set up for either a really sharp pullback here or maybe a potential breakout 28.25. So Smith & Wesson, big one here. Brenda, what's up?
And to look at here in the same sense, every guys, EVRI, nice look here today. It's been nothing but straight to the upside. Actually gapped higher, so did flush off the open. But this is all-time highs for this one. Casino gaming operator, EVRI, they came out with increased Q2 outlook, guys, for that one.
Yes, Wish is coming. No, I mean just we actually this is my first short in Wish. By the way, we did short this one off the top, double top. Well, a double lower high as we just mentioned, but I will scalp some of this off. 30 minutes to go. I'll take some out in this cluster as well, and I'll be all flat if this goes even anywhere close to VWAP, meaning if it goes anywhere close to 13.10 or so. So Wish sliding down, and of course Torch doing absolutely nothing. The barcode action continues on Figs. But this is one, if I see this set up, sometimes I get too far away from it. Look, if it's going to break this shelf here, I just feel like, come on, how is it not going to come and at least test this 39.50? So the volume is drying up, which is usually a good thing for the rollover style trade. So I will have that 40.75 on Figs up until probably like 340, 345. Later on in the session, I kind of take those breakout trades away, especially one like this that's that close to VWAP, because at that late in the session, it might actually hit that, drop only like 20 or 30 cents, and the risk to reward doesn't make any sense. For now, it is still on board.
Yeah, we talked about Nike this morning. A good little call there, up 2%. We're going to try to watch out for that 125 level. Never came in though, guys. So I know we're getting some credit there on the chat, but I didn't really trade it because it just didn't come into those levels of 125. But good for you guys looking at NKE right there. Okay, so we did cover our AMC there. Was it broke through 55.50? Like I said, we don't want to be married to this stock, not at these levels today. So we're not going to be, and that's pretty simple for us to get out of that. So we are now out of it, and now I actually look to see if we can't go long side now on AMC. Something like a breakthrough right here, 56.7. I mean, I keep wanting to have 57. I just don't know. That might be a little too high for where we are right now. So 57 coming, but that's not a great level. So we will try to find a little bit more. Yeah, just a couple of shorts back to back and some nice covers there. So that's where I'm at right now with AMC, guys.
And I want to come back over, if I can, to that torch. Now, this is another time, it's like the fourth or maybe the fifth time We're breaking that 10 even. At some point, this thing really does have to go. It's showing a little bit more strength. I'm just sort of noticing on the tape, there was usually, when it would break 10, like you would just see all kinds of like jams selling in here on some of the dark pools. Now there's just an order sitting at 10.05, which is sort of clunking up here, which it gives you some cover. What can actually happen now is you just break that order and hopefully that'll be the end of it. So I see that 10.05. I know 10.10 is a bit of a level here, but if it takes at that 5, that could actually be a place to add on Torchlight. So it's about 100,000 shares on the offer. But remember, this stock has done 350 million shares on the day. So as much as it looks cool on level 2, there you go. It looks cool on level 2. And as far as the bid ask goes, it's a pretty meaningless order. Like, that'll get filled. If it's going up, it'll chew through that like a knife through butter. No troubles there. But you can always take that break. I still like 75 as the out. But, oh, there it is. I actually just missed it. And I was just talking. And I just missed getting like 06s, 07s. I was already sitting on the other side of that to take a quick scalp out in front of that 10.25. If it does pull back, I'd probably wait until like closer to 10 even to get a pullback trade. But there goes Torchlight. Finally, it does that thing we needed to do. So let's power this one up again. It's my first long in this stock all day. I shorted in the pre-market, then sat this one out the entire time. So now we got the long, and it's finally going.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're still $1 in the money on that one. We're looking at CCL right now to see where we're going on CCL, and it's just upside. We wanted this break downside. That never happened, so we stay away today from CCL. Let's have a quick look at Wish. This was a good trade for us today, obviously, but you know, what are we supposed to do? 1140 bottoms, out up there. Once we crack 13, we didn't have any idea that this thing would go to 15. So Wish now just making moves to the upside, that's for sure. 1360, it may be overdone at this point. Didn't think 20% was going to be coming, but
oh my goodness.
Right now Wish just upside. Looking at a daily chart, it's not going to give us too much. We did look for this 1530 and change. So if that ever comes by, maybe even tomorrow, we can have a quick look at WISH, because if that can hit there, that's perfect. It's going to be the trade of the day off this little VWAP, or sorry, that's 50 period. So we're talking about the 50 period moving average there on the trade of the day, which will be coming to you guys live after the show. So check that out. Unfortunately, it's not going to age well because we got out and we were talking about it. At least on the video, I talked about going short right here, going long on a 13 break. So that's going to look good, but we are now short into AMC right here again against 56. Give it to him, Brendo.
There's a headline going back a little while on Tesla, guys. I sent out, if anybody was watching Tesla today, a heads up. Elon Musk was just tweeting about an AI day. So he's looking to hold possibly an AI day. So that was right then. We had a little spike on the volume side of things, but look at this, comes all the way back to 620 now. So we're right back to the middle of the range for Tesla, basically flat today.
Boo, Tesla. But wow, Moxie. Oh, man. Bouncing off you up and then some, let's just say. Up till now, 1850. So it just continues to make these crazy moves off the top. I was looking at this little turn here. I'm probably going to have to think about, you know, just getting involved as 16 goes. And I can tell you just because Torchlight did this, got to show it to you. It tips up. It goes to those quarters, comes right back into the same range. So I rinse and repeat. I actually caught a little bit of that dip. I'm going to stick with, I'm not even thinking about moving that stop back. 975 goes, I'm out of this thing because how many times is it going to fail break through 10 even? This is now like, I don't know, 5 or 6 times here. My price is going to be better than 10 if only because I got this little bit of a dip, but the same story still holds. If it can't break 75, it's got to do you-know-what or get off that pot. And then Wish, on the other hand, it is now consolidating lower. My next bid is below that 50 mark. So I want this thing to drop through this last like 1345 price, and then we're pretty good, guys. Pretty good to go. Steve G, Tesla's level is 666. I mean, it's been a level in the past. I think we're far enough away from that, if my daily chart actually even wants to load up here. I guess it does not. We're far enough away from 666 that I don't think it's going to come into play too soon. There's some significant, like 640 was level on the stock before I can tell without even looking.
Yeah, 640 was a good one. 620. There's a whole bunch of good levels there. I may just get out of this torch right now. Up to 10 was a pretty good trade, so we're $1 in the money. If we hit 10.07 again, we'll just get out of this one and call it a day on TRCH, and then just go from there. AMC, that last short didn't work, but oops, that's Boeing. Wow, what a good trade that was, guys. Look at this Boeing trade, 240. Wow. Looking back at some of these, and I'm sort of changing. Maybe we have to change our mindset a little bit from like a scalper to like a longer term position holder because some of these trades are really hot fire and we dumped them too soon. But right now it looks like AMC could come back to that 57 level. So let's see if that has a run in it into the close. It could just do that. I'm debating. I mean, I think we can go long right now. What was some of those levels? 55.90 or so. What was this level right here? Yeah, 55.70. Probably a decent long into 55.70 now with AMC. Only 25 minutes to go, but there's a lot of movement possible with AMC, guys. So let's wait for price. Like, hopefully it can come down here and we can get long. It seems like it wants to hold. I thought that was a good opportunity to break there, and then it didn't break again, and that's a 20-cent hit. So now we'll wait to see here if it can get above, like, oh man, I just think this is so high to get up there. Like, why not just go long now if I think that's going to be the case? So we'll have to do some more work, but I'm debating right now just going long on AMC and then seeing where we go from here. Maybe back down to this lit level, 55.80.
Oh, I wanted it to be one way on FIG, and of course, like you can take this. I probably should just bracketed this stupid thing and said whichever way it breaks the barcode I go, but I was choosing the short side. It breaks the barcode to the upside here. You can see, like, it actually got to 43. I shorted it when it failed to 43, so it came up, touched like 42.89, and was able to get some shares down at 42.50. It then retested that level a couple of times without breaking, so the 43 stop was pretty good. And look, if it's going to do that a couple of times here and then maybe make another spike into that 43 level, I'll take a shot at it, but the volume needs to, probably pick up to even get us into that 60, 70, 80 range where I think it'd be worthwhile to grab that little bit of a short on FIG. So the breakup, it is what it is. It happens, guys. And if you guys are still playing that game, then you have to drink, because I keep saying it is what it is, not because I feel like it, but because I have to. If you guys tell me, or in the morning show, these guys are like, yeah, we're going to drink every time Neil says this phrase. It used to be when I talked about lunch, and now it's when I say it is what it is. So I'm going to punish you guys with that as much as I can. I don't want to get away from this moxie, but it's, I don't know, it's not really giving me, come on, there you go. It's not really giving me like the feels for that short trade at this point. Like, it is, 18.50. Now we're consolidating off of 18 even, but it just feels like a bit of a trap. Like, you're just shooting away like 70 or 80 cents if you short it off the top here. And it's hard to look at that breakout style trade. So I'll go with only trying to catch a little bit of a dip off of 16, maybe a quick little 30 or 40 cent scalp if it does make that move. And this torch, I might just get out of it flat if this thing doesn't go by 350. I mean, sitting in it is fine, like Sean has, right? Like, sitting in it is fine if you're in the money off VWAP here, because it can slam down and you're break even. But for me, I'm just sitting here risking 20 to 25 pennies when it's not doing anything. So it's kind of like, what am I doing? It's got to make a move. I might even reverse this thing and play the 75 breakdown to the short side. But Wish, on the other hand, at least that one is coming in. It's got that 13.48, so we'll take a quick little scalp there. We shorted it at 75 mark, so just over 25 pennies. Now we can get that VWAP retracement. Hopefully that doesn't happen to Torch.
Yeah, we just tried AMC again, man, and he got stopped out again trying to go long through here, 56.20. So I just found another spot. I think that's going to be a good one for us now, 56.20. If we break this 56.20, then we'll go long. Until then, we're not going to mess around with it, because you can't have like 20, 30 cent stops on AMC, or else you are going to get stopped out way more than you want to get stopped. So that's stupid right now. So we're going to wait for that. Going to try to take that 56.20 level there if it does get out. So what I'm doing now is just setting up our stop orders to take that. Here it comes again. Damn it. Unbelievable there that we missed that trade in the first place. We'll go long 56.20 there. I can't believe we dumped it right there. It's so silly. Right back upside now. So here we go. Let's see if we can have a party here through 56.20, and then we'll see if we can not. I don't know if we make it back to day's high or not, but even high like here be fine, 57 on that break. Can't believe we dumped that. So we're not long yet, but we're about to get long soon, hopefully. Give it to him, Brendo.
There's all these little teeny tiny energy companies just having monster days today. Chaos, yeah. KOS, 18%. Day highs just hit there. 365 and change. We're coming up to significant levels on this one too. Just impressive move though today, guys, throughout the energy sector.
They got the crabs in the bucket. That's a good Chaos, a fantastic Canadian artist, by the way. So look him up. He's absolutely fantastic. Whatever. I like him. It's a good stock. But I want to come to another one that Brendan mentioned first, if we can get to this, the GBR. Because it just pulled back. I thought this would actually take us down into the 750 or 740, but it pulled up and is now checking through 8 even. Looks pretty strong. going to make another, it looks like it wants to make another run at that $9 range. So that's the go zone. I'm looking for that press back into 9 even. We showed you guys the daily chart up there. I think that can give me a decent reversal. Running out of time for me to want the breakout trade. That's the thing. But the reversal can be good because, yeah, people wanted to take some profit at the end of the day. I feel like a lot of shorts already got broken. That said, there might be a few that put it on here at 835, 840 that you're concerned with that might get stopped out through 9. So you got to have a stop either at that 880 or that 9, regardless of where I do take this one, guys. And then, of course, Chaos, KOS. I'm just going to call it Chaos. Chaos does look pretty spicy as well. I think this is one that, come on. Liquidity is pretty fantastic with it. You know, you have to consider, like, this break here at 365, this is what the level 2, whoops. This is what the level 2 looks like on Chaos, if I can get to it here. Pretty thick. So a 5-cent move, a 10-cent move on this stock is actually very, very good because it's an all-you-can-eat buffet when it comes to liquidity. Like, there isn't an amount that you could probably dream of taking here that you wouldn't be able to get. So understand that if this thing were to come back and say you shorted like a 360 on the way back in, getting out at like 350 to 355, like that's a great trade for a day trader, especially the fact that you can leverage up here. So don't expect this thing to pop into $4 anytime soon. Has to chew through some monster levels here on Chaos. All things in perspective. That's why we show you guys level 2. That's why we talk through the ranges, so you have an expectation of what each stock is going to be able to give you.
Yes. Okay, so I'm still like... Oh, man. I see you guys talking about what Matt Kors says he's down today. Yeah, I mean, trades as well. I mean, look, it's been tough to trade AMC today for sure. I'm going to be down. It's going to be one of my only red stock. Well, probably my only red stock today, actually, as AMC is going to be a down stock, and we will turn negative on the day here in our first one in all of June today. Position pending here. I still think that we could go to the upside, but I am going to dump this if we do break below this 3-minute charts VWAP right here of 55.88 or so. So if we break back down below, we can't hold this forever. AMC, especially with the way it's been today. It's red today, right? So can we go green to red? I think so. I mean, red to green, sorry. Yeah, we could. It's just a matter of running out of time right now. Neil and I talk about having to be flat at the end of every day. It's not an excuse. It's just what it is. So we will have to wait. That's why I can't give it. Like, a lot of these are bigger. I mean, right now I'm using bigger shares than normal because we're in this consolidation area, and I was just expecting for a move to happen one way or the other. And when we didn't get, that's why we reloaded this short a bunch. And if we don't, I mean, we'll make money here in the last hour, but we're expecting to make more always. So let's wait to see if it does get back going to the upside now, and then we'll hopefully enjoy some of this. I don't know, the riches of this trade, but it doesn't look like it's going to come through. We're long at 56 right here, 56.23. So complaining about it only because it's not moving, not because this is a bad trade. So hopefully it can start to move at some point here. AMC, give it to him, Bren.
Just saw this ride, guys, back to 10, trying to hold, in fact, above 10. We tested it once early on. We're back to this spike here. The CEO was talking about, we'll go this way and show you this. The CEO was talking about partnering up for some funding, obviously. So they did get a nice spike on that up to 1060, but right back to day lows for Ride.
Yeah, you know what you can do with yourself, Lordstown. I actually traded this one. I'm glad you brought this up because I forgot about this, and Brendan, nothing ever slips the guy. So there was that spike. I traded this one through 1025 when the news came, and then got the scalp trade out. I'm like, yeah, okay, we'll see what happens. And then all the way back in, get out at break even when I realized Ride is just going to do that thing where it doesn't break the high and then it just comes right back down. So why even give it to 1010? I'll just get out and then watch it go all the way to the low of the day. So that's what happens with Lordstown. You know what goes on there. And all I say to this is I'm going to be down on AMC as well, and I'm going to be down on Torch. As it now is careening towards that 975 stop of mine. I am not moving it. I'm not canceling it. I'm just going to get out and accept the loss on Torch if it breaks that 975 price. It is, look, at the end of the day, like, you can say no retreat, no surrender, but A, I have to be flat at the end of the day, and B, you should always have a stop. And also, that is a good old school, not really a kung fu movie, but I love that film. It's like the 80s, and any of those like fighting films in the 80s, whether it's Bloodsport, No Retreat, No Surrender, all absolute classics. But 975, I will surrender on Torch if it does break, and it's getting very, very close to doing that. So yes, there's only 15 minutes left, but it's about to run my stop anyways.
Yeah, Bloodsport, if you haven't seen that, wow. Blast from the past there. I can't let my kids watch it, but that's a great one. I want to watch Bloodsport.
Well, okay, well,
soon too. But we'll see on that for kids.
What age is it okay for them for kids
You
to
tell
watch?
me, when would you let your daughter watch it?
I don't know, 12?
Okay, 12, yeah. So
Maybe?
I have a
I'm
couple
not even
years to
sure
go.
what the right answer is. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it's probably rated R, right? Okay, up to the upside right now, 56.10, 56.20, 56.40 now. I don't know, man. We just averaged in again here. So now we have a little bit of a low print here on AMC. So we'll wait to see where we go from here on this name. But hopefully up to 57. That's what we're looking for on AMC. We just took a little piece out there at 56.10. That's our average price is 56.20. So they're losers. It's coming to the downside right now. And I don't know what we think about this, but I have to get out very, very soon. So if this breaks down below this level that we're looking at here, 56, actually it's 56.70. I don't want to hit the wrong price. Right down here, 56. So yeah, 55.70, sorry, that's going to be our out. So hopefully we can hold on for dear life right now with AMC. With only 15 minutes left, we'll check the imbalances coming out soon. But AMC hasn't been on the imbalance locator for a long time, so I'm not super excited about it, to be honest with you.
All right, I'm about to attempt to play the south side of Moxie. If it'll even let me, I should probably, that's stupid. I've made that mistake before, Neil. Before you chase a stock down and I just tried to hit the bid 3 times in Moxie, and I should slap myself in the face. Always cancel previous orders before you get a more aggressive order in. Why? Because if someone had just marked it up, I would have been triple filled, and I wouldn't have wanted that. So you should always do that. You actually would have seen my 3 orders that are sitting there like a tool. But it's gone and bounced to 20 even. So like this has happened. Like 1988 actually, it just popped in there, and then now this pullback. I was trying to get shares at 1950. I was trying to get shares at 35. I was just sitting at the offer there, just below that at 32, and now Moxie is rolling over. It was more the fact that it was 20 even than anything else, but we got this question actually in our Q&A. It was a really good one. Like, how do you avoid chasing a stock? Whenever you have a setup, like have a number in mind that you're not willing to pay past. So for me, when I'm trying to catch this, gap up to 20 even, that's what I'm shorting off of, not the high of the day, but 20 even, and the pullback here into 1950. If I start trying to get it at 1950, I'm not chasing it past 1925. I already know that. So I'm not going to put an offer in and hit enter if it's below that 1925 mark, and that's why I'm going to miss it. Sometimes just verbalizing it or having an idea in your head, maybe you write down that rule, do whatever it takes for you to ensure, and chasing it here would have worked, but do whatever it takes to make sure that you follow that rule if it is a problem for you. Clearly, I should have chased it, but I didn't want to pay anything past that 1925 price, so I don't do that. I always say sometimes you just got to complain about a stock, and I sit there saying it's inevitable that I'm going to get stopped out in torch, and it bounces off of 975 one more time. So let's see what happens. I do think there's a chance this thing could still go, but it's really running out of time here.
Yeah, we're running out of time, big time here. Like we just explained it again to you guys that we have to be flat here. So we are getting very, very anxious, and I'm getting very, very anxious right now with AMC because it does look like it will just kick us out. It's just a matter of time now as we tried the short, we tried the long, and just trying to trade this, not just for you guys, obviously, as you're already holding positions, but trying to see if there was any kind of movement back to get to green today. And it doesn't look like that's going to be happening. So we're going to be down 6% today on AMC, and then we're going to get out of this very, very soon as it drips below that 70 mark that we talked about. So that's not going to be a good level for us, but there it is. Yep, so there it is. So we got out. We're holding a little bit, but we did get out of the majority as now it looks like AMC wants to go to the downside. Hey, man, pick your poison today with this stock. Like, it's going to be a red stock for me. We've tried it. It's very, very choppy. We'll have to work on some more levels tomorrow. But 58, as soon as that broke, that really gave the end to the longs. There was a few decent ones back here, but I think you got to wait for these kind of blowout spots with high volume. What up, Beep?
Not so much about this one, but interesting story here, guys. Wing. On the NASDAQ popped up here going back to about 2 o'clock this afternoon, all the way up to about 150. It's come back, obviously, but interesting story. Apparently, there's a national wing shortage, chicken wing shortage. So they've launched a virtual restaurant brand called Thigh Stop. Question, guys, if you were doing a wing night, would you substitute for Thigh Stop instead?
No, because they ain't wings. Huh?
I feel like I might actually like that better, to be honest.
I cooked. I just talked about it on the morning show.
Man.
I cooked boneless, skinless last night. Chicken.
I'm surprised
thighs.
no one else has done that yet.
Yeah, but I love chicken thighs, but I'm not hankering for wings, which I actually did, and that's what we had for Father's Day. Because I'm like, I haven't had wings in forever, and I had to have them. But to me, it's just a different thing. I love chicken thighs. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm always going to be thigh versus breast guy when it comes to that. But I don't know about the straight substitution. I mean, when you're feeling the wings, you're feeling the wings. That's all I'm going to say about that.
That is true. I mean, when you are feeling wings, you're feeling wings. So I like it. Good idea, decent idea though. So we'll look at what that was. Wing stop, right? What was their symbol, Brendan? Wing.
W-I-N-G.
Yeah, W-I-N-G, okay. Wing, so there it is. So we'll have a look. Wow, 150, okay. I see that. I must be in the wrong business. Wing.NQ here. We'll see where it came from and where it's going. I don't think it's going to be, obviously, it's not affecting it anything right now. Only 300,000 shares, but okay, so we're right there at the 50 period. It's still above. Not a bad move, but this is just one name to watch. See if this changes the needle for them. Probably not.
So this is, someone just asked, and I'm going to assume if someone's asking you about like swinging wish, you clearly mean swinging along overnight, holding, right? Like you don't mean holding a short overnight, because I think that's clearly a little bit crazy when it comes to some of these stocks. Like if you feel compelled to play shorts, you got to be thinking about how you can do that in the options world. But I'm just going to show you the pullback here. If you're not willing to understand that around this 12 or maybe this 1150 is where you're wrong, and you can run into some resistance at 1665. If that doesn't make sense to you, and you don't have a price which allows that to make sense to you, then I don't think it's a fantastic idea. If you're sitting there, holding a piece of like a 1250, like this cluster breakout that we had from earlier on in the session, and you want to swing that actually makes a little bit more sense. Everything is about your price and risk tolerance, right? Like if you're saying, should I be buying it at the top? I mean, when you're out is reasonably, to me, below that $12 range, if you really think about it, because certainly up here at 13, you can gap below that almost no problem. So I wouldn't be thinking about that 14 swing top. But then again, I also am not that positive on context logic in general. So you've heard that, I'll say that all time and time again. Price action move markets. That's why we're long in the morning. For me, I'm still in this short, which, oh my goodness, I got to get flat out of this thing. I wanted to zoom in here to see that it went down to 13.20. This is my order sitting at 13.15. So maybe I should have caught that turn. There's under 10 minutes to go. And the reason I'm not happy with myself is because very clearly there's no way I should have let this one go this late in the session. I should have covered the rest at 13.30. Now suddenly I'm only looking at a 25-cent win if I cover on the bid, which I pretty much have to do right now.
Okay, so I don't know what this stock is here, Neil, but there is, I guess, something here on TWO. I just punched short there. Oh, I didn't even notice the Palantir there. TWO, so I don't know. Two Harbors right now. We just went short on it. Is this a relatively new name? I don't know what's going on with this one, but there is an imbalance here of 19 million shares to sell. And as you look here on the daily chart, I just went short on it. On the minute chart here, I just went short at 85. So I don't know. We'll wait to see if that's going to come through. It doesn't appear to be a very good spot though, 85. So we'll wait to see where it goes from there. Palantir with a bid, not really doing much, but nice little bottom there at 25. We talked about that a couple times. It never got back to 25 since we missed it early. So we'll wait to see 25 tomorrow. But 25.25 right now. Just to let people know, that's why we are short this TWO. No idea where it wants to go though.
And yeah, this is me getting out of Wish. And look, we had some fun. We talked about some wings, and I was sitting in the money on Wish, and I just gave up an extra like 15 or 20 cents. I did want to hold this in the VWAP, but once it bounces shy of my bid by like 5 pennies, I should be taking this out in that 30 range, but I am now flat on it. And I did say that we'd have to get out of this torch. It's getting to that point. I mean, it's doing absolutely nothing at this particular point. So, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm going to cancel my stop order, deal with this one manually. Like if it starts to break below like 85 or so, I'll just get out before 975. I want to give it a chance. It's the only position I have left on. So I can give at least some kind of an opportunity to break back to the upside and hold it close to that close, but I won't be getting anything else new, and I won't be holding it to 975. I'm going to tighten this up as it creeps up. I won't let it retrace more than like 5 or 6 cents in any one move. So it's kind of what or get off the pot, which apparently was also a drinking thing. I say it all the time. Give me a new catchphrase, because I say it is what it is. Piss or get off the pot. And a couple of other ones that I'm sure you guys have heard a million times too. But if you want a new one, just give it to me. I'm pretty easy when it comes to these. I like good puns, but I have none for some of these symbols. I mean, I want torch to pass the torch to the long side from this stupid barcoding that it's doing right now.
Yeah, we all do for that one. I'm still in torch there. I'm going to take a 70-cent win. If it does come back down below 970, then we'll be gone from that one with only 3 minutes, with only 6 minutes to go right now. Torch, and then AMC we've been getting, not torched on, but we've been throwing some money around here in the last little bit, just trying to see which way we want to go. And it's been long and out here, and then got out the rest, I guess, there. We're still long right here, 56.02 right now is an average price. So I don't know. I guess it just doesn't want to move. As I said, AMC not even on this thing here today. So no idea what AMC wants to do. But this TWO also we covered. I mean, it's not moving. So two harbors. It was already near 8 today. And then the number comes out. So that's why it dips all the way down. So we basically just bought at the worst, sold at the worst spot. So we did get out some 84s there and then 85s, realizing that we were just going to be wrong on this name. So it doesn't look like that's going to be paired off anytime soon. But again, it's not coming to the downside. So when you're seeing that on a market on close order and nothing's happening, then yeah, we stay away. Let's check Visa quickly. That's been a bid. So yeah, a little bit of an upside move, but since it come out, it's not been. And then Palantir's the last one. Oh, I just saw Clover was on there. What about Clover as a sell here today into this move? Ugh, yeah, nothing happening. So the imbalances today seem to be quite large, but there doesn't look to be much happening, guys.
For Carlos Hernandez, perfect timing. Don't Moxie. I just went on a sort of a semi-rant about how you should not chase a stock past the level you're willing to pay, and then this is what it does. So like if I had chased it even like 15 cents more, 19 short, it just touched 17 even, so $2 retracement. Look, the level was good, the setup was good. It goes parabolic a couple of times in there. On the way to 20 even, it's a round number. Had this second or third or fourth move, whatever you want to call it, had been into like a random number like 1850, I probably wouldn't be thinking about it. But that psychological barrier 20 and the room back into VWAP made it a good one. I just wasn't willing to chase it far enough there. I tried to get 50s, I tried to get 30s, and then I cut it off. Looks like it would have been pretty good on Moxie, but I ain't got it.
Man, that TWO just went right back up. We actually were able to get some more out there when it just dipped down. We were just talking about it there. 84s. I don't know if it actually went to 80. We didn't have any bids there, but then it just exploded to the upside. And let me show you why. It's okay. It's not a big hit, but still 12 million. But where it was like 19 or whatever it was, 17, 19. So as that comes closer and closer to being paired off, that's the good stuff there. So you can watch TWO, but nothing happening. And then yeah, Torch isn't doing anything, and then AMC is trying to go to the downside here. So yeah, this is where we stopped out last time. We could get the rest out now. It doesn't look like it's going to be doing anything up to 56 and change. There's only 3 minutes left. So we'll just get out of our AMC, I guess, soon. If we can get in the 80s and save ourselves a little bit of money, we will do that. So I'll put an offer right there. Wait to see if it comes back up with only 3 minutes to go. And then Torch, yeah, it's not doing anything either. So we'll probably just get this one out as well.
And I'm still watching this FIGS here. Of course, with only 3 minutes left and I have to be flat, I'm not going to get into position, but I'm, curious to see if we can hold up this high on FIGS. They make scrubs. That's what they do. And it's been a recent IPO, which, hey man, it's going well for them obviously here, but can it take out this top or at least make a run into it and then hold this 42 level, which is it's been incredibly bullish. I already have this 40.75 level sort of in the back of my mind for going into tomorrow morning. If we fail to take out the high and we gap below that, I think that'll be my resistance level for maybe one of those pullback shorts on FIGS. But it looks hella strong right now heading into the close, just 2.5 minutes away. And FIGS has not shown any signs of slowing up just yet.
Yeah, we got out of that Torch 87 or something. I just put offer enter there and got out. So it's a good little close for us on TRCH. We did really well on it today. We had the short initially, then we had the long, then we had the long again, and then we had the long again right here. So Torch to the upside, yeah, 9. I don't know, I guess we're not going to get to that 10. We did cancel our order on that one. That TWO is not doing anything. AMC, I'm offering 80s here. It's at 73 and not doing anything. So today's not a great day for AMC, as it just doesn't really give you too much excitement here. I have a lot of fills on it. That's for sure. 91 trades on AMC today. So those of you could tell Matt that. 91 fills and only a little bit short. Just right now short, and we didn't do anything. So we just kept going long, long, long there. And then finally just chilling out right now. We'll just have to get out of this one. So the shorts don't win today. Well, the shorts win, but in the afternoon, really, I don't think anybody wins unless you're able to get these very, very bottom. So only a minute and a half left. That TWO is still a sell. And I don't know what it's doing, so we'll have to wait to see where we go from here on.
You know what I think part of the issue with AMC was? You go back to last month, I'll do this really quickly on the 15-minute. You had this obvious sort of breakout last Monday, 51.50. AMC. We talked about that price before. You go the Monday before, and it's going to be essentially the same thing. You had a monster breakout. I'm not going to bother to show you on the chart because we have a minute left, but this was now the third time where it had sort of that setup idea for a bit of a breakout trade. Now, it wasn't nearly as clean as the other two, but 2 Mondays in a row, you had just an opening range break, pre-market high type of break idea. And when that fails, there's more people jamming into that kind of a trade. And when it gets overcrowded like that, you can get these pullbacks. And it was also in front of a double top here at 65. So next time I see that, third time, a double top in front of that breakout price, I'll probably stay away on any of those memes in that particular setup. Always pay attention to patterns, guys. I'm negative on AMC, so I didn't have a lot of fun with that one. Miss V is on the bell, but hey, guess what? 14,000 held, 0.7 up on the NASDAQ. There were some threats this morning that it was going to be a red day, but Ms. V was in a new green shirt, and that's what I think got the market to the upside. Forget about fundamentals or forget about the fact that there's some good companies. None of that crap matters. Ms. V, this green day was all because of you. I just wish AMC had gone with it, obviously, for our own trading. But got to drop that countdown. It's been an absolutely fun one. Make sure you stick around for that trade of the day. Sean's going to be coming through one more time here again with that wish trade. But here we go. 5, 4, 3. Ring it, Miss V.
All right, so that ends on Monday. That TWO gets paired off and then rips up a little bit there. So we had some fun with that one at the end of the day, but not much happening there with TWO. Brendan, seemed like it was an exciting day for the indexes today.
It was a great day for the overall market. Let's have a look, guys. 1.5% here, or better part of it, for the S&P 500. So nice recovery after a couple of down days down last week. 1.8 there for the Dow. The NASDAQ, 0.7. Still positive, obviously. 0.8 here, Toronto, Brazil, 1% as well. Yeah, little trouble at the bottom end, to say the least. Not good for cryptos, guys. Doge down 25% at one point today.
Yeah, as they start to come back in, I mean, you're going to see some of that start to happen. And some of that support level below that 30,000, it gets a little bit deeper if we get in there. We'll talk about the winter and all that nonsense. But I think some of the technical levels play a little bit more into that. And, of course, the news from China as well. But that TWO, that's a great look. And I'm glad you were looking at that one, Sean, because we trade the close and we're able to see some of those imbalances. So you guys might as well learn from what we get to see on a daily basis.
Yeah, I guess it was an ad, so that flipped over and got going to the upside there. So, hey, look, thank you for joining us today. It was a rough one on AMC. Will be our first red day of the month here for yours truly. That doesn't matter. Tomorrow will be a green one. Fingers crossed. I'm pretty sure it will be. But get ready, guys. We're trying a few new things on YouTube, so that'll be hitting very, very soon. For Maggie and Lucas, thank you so much for yet again another big day. Thank you to Miss V for wearing the green. It worked like crazy today. A lot of our holdings upside. There she is. A lot of our holdings upside today. But guys, for Neil, for Brendan, and for Miss V, we're having some problems with the cameras, I guess. We will see you. There it is. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Stay tuned for the trade of the day. Ciao, 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 ciao.
Oh, yeah.